My name is Wanda Pompey. I learned about the Principe program through a friend of mine. That day I was so backwards.
Sure was.
Even someone came out, I was so messed up that day and so confused. Someone came out to meet me because I had parked the car under the Fort Conduct. And I couldn't find, and somebody said, well, we'll stay there. We'll come out to get you. And I'm going, oh my God, somebody's coming to look for me. And I finally made it here, and everybody was so nice. And since I've been here, I have really calmed down, and I really enjoyed the program. There's a lot to do. It's a lot. I'm a type of person, I have to stay busy. So this is a place where you must stay busy, and I like it. Attitude has changed. I mean, 90, what is it? It's unbelievable. I went into therapy in Lifeline, and Larry is my counselor, and I talked to him last week, and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm in the program, Principe program, because I sound so good, because I used to call, I got to see you because I'm about to come unglued. And I told him about how I feel and how the program is really just, I got some, the first thing I had to write down when I was with him, he said, write down on this paper how you feel. And I wrote down, I feel useless. Since I've been here, I feel like I'm able to pick myself up now and learn new things.
It's Renee.
Okay, and how long have you been in the program, Renee?
What, about 2 weeks now.
Okay. Okay, and what have you learned since you've been here?
Well, so far just learning how to work behind the front desk, customer service. It's kind of confusing though.
Can you make a reservation all by yourself now?
Oh yeah, a little bit. I mean, I can like, after it gets like, I can do the name part and like the zip code and phone number, but after that, it's kind of hard.
Okay.
But it's, I mean, you know, the more I do it, I can get more comfortable with it, you know.
Let me ask you, what were you doing before you got here? Jobs you were
I
having?
mean, I was used to doing
Do
housekeeping.
you see yourself doing more than just housekeeping now?
Yes, I do. I mean, the front desk, it seems like it's, you know, it doesn't seem like a hard job, but, you know, the
There's
more
a lot
you
to
do
learn.
it. Yes, a lot to learn because, you know, the more you do it, you know, you'll catch on, but
How do you feel about computers now?
I like computers, they're fun.
Have you ever used computers before?
Nope, but it's more convenient.
Can you?
And what classes are you attending, and have you
Reading, the math, and the writing.
Okay.
Now the math, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to work it out.
You'll be able to make
That's
it.
embarrassing.
Why embarrassing?
Because, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that, I mean, I wasn't, everything else I was good in, but math I was not good, and I was not good in physical education. I got F in both of those classes.
Well, you know, what we try to do is teach people things that they don't know, so that they have more options available.
My patience is very short, and I know I have a bad attitude, and I'm not good at that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, but you know, you have to show gratitude of what you have instead of copying an attitude. The only
Well, I like that in the world.
the only person you could change is yourself. There's nothing you could change to another person. There's no way. They're only going to change when they want to change. You want to stay in your comfort zone. And what I teach people is get out of their comfort zone. Talk to the different managers of the restaurant, and I'll tell them that you'll work there for free just for the experience. Okay? That's what you call society's law of obligation. Talk to the different managers of the restaurant, and I'll tell them that you'll work there for free just for the experience. Okay? That's what you call society's law of obligation to work in there for free. Then if you turn out to be a good worker, they'll probably hire you. But you're sitting here every day moaning and complaining and having copying an attitude when, you know, I had to work free for 3 weeks for a company. Then they hired me for 5.5 years and paid me higher than any of their other employees. So are you willing to make a commitment? Or, you know, commitment
I
and
don't have
weakness?
a problem with it, but I
Me and Lou's been working for 3 months for free.
well,
Here?
I've been working 7 years for free as a chaplain and training people and working with people coming out of prisons and shelters and whatever. I don't get paid for doing this.
Not laying down.
I didn't know that.
I get
We
paid
don't
from
get paid at
God.
all.
I get paid from God. You don't understand that yet. You know.
No, I don't.
Well, if you had a year to live
Mhm.
and you're just sitting there waiting to die and thinking about, oh, I'm going to lose my big house and I'm going to lose my car and where's my wife and my kids going to go, and thinking about just material things, it's like the Lord spoke to me one night. You're not taking anything with you except your experiences in life.
Yeah.
And you're on this earth to fulfill a mission. This is your final probation. Really that simple. You need to, just overcome Satan. Satan's the god of negativity. God is the God of light. God's a very positive God. On the hill of Calvary, there's 3 crosses. And any mathematician will tell you, anytime you see 3 crosses, there's automatically 2 minus signs. That's just evidence that when Christ died, that God is more powerful than Satan. Don't hang around negative people. They're only going to pull you down. That's what this program is all about, being positive, loving each other. We have our own little city here, with our own
Yes.
brothers and sisters.
I mean, everything here is nice, it's comfortable, but it seems like when you go out there, it's just,
Well, Satan doesn't want you to succeed. It's a constant battle with good and evil. What have you gotten out of the program so far? What 1 or 2 things that really, good or bad or indifferent?
I mean, everything's good because y'all so nice, and whatever kind of thoughts or opinions that we have, y'all always there to listen. So it's really nothing bad, and you're willing to help, but it's like really, like you say, it's like y'all just have that, you want to help us, but y'all talk negative, so we could just push ourselves more to just help ourselves more than just like really leaning on somebody else to give you that, that helping hand.
Are you saying we're talking negative?
I mean, not negative in a bad way, but it's like, like you'll just say, well, you'll keep saying the same thing over and over. You really have to want to help yourself, it's like a record,
Yeah.
So, but it's true though.
All learning is subconscious, and all learning, in order to really initialize it and internalize it, is repetition. When you get tired of being down and letting everyone else pull you down, and when you're ready to fight, and if you really want to fight, I'll go out with you tonight, and by the time we hit 3 or 4 stores, I'll guarantee you'll be able to get a job working. You might have to work for free for a few days.
That's fine, but it'll be just, a different experience, something different.
Oh my goodness, it's all about change. It's all about doing something different.
I'm open-minded, but I just don't like the word no. I don't like that.
Well,
I really don't like telling nobody else no. I don't. I'm not really too good at that.
no, sometimes a sign of maturity is saying no, especially from a girl to a guy. It's it's a sign of maturity. You can't always say yes.
When you can stand on your own 2 feet.
But I don't like hurting people's feelings either, because everybody have feelings, and that's just not something I'm not good at.
Yeah,
Because I don't want nobody to hurt my feelings,
Sure.
So if I can do it in a nice way without just being mean about it, then yeah. But I just don't like just coming out just saying it direct and hurting their feelings,
Well, there's a diplomatic way to say it.
Yeah,
That's like when someone starts talking negative to you, just say, wait a second, how could you make that a positive statement? Too much negativity in the world.
Yes.
Too many people afraid to say the truth because they might hurt someone's feelings. Well, most people call me Uncle Lou because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you things you don't want to hear. But things that you need to hear, your favorite uncle's going to tell you because he wants you to excel in life.
That's good, if you're comfortable and this person, you've been dealing with this person, but that's just like, say if I meet her for the first time, I mean, you know, that's not good for me to just come out and say something negative to her. I don't know her like that.
Well, you know, believe it or not, I mean, y'all don't mind. When I first came here, I was looking at these people like, now these people be involved with all this drug addicts. They got to be crazy. This is my first, but his first words to me was, you gotta want it. You gotta want something. If it's something that you want to do, and I knew I didn't want to do the drugs no more, I knew I wanted to get myself together, and I knew I wanted to have something.
Yeah.
Here it is, I'm a manager. I don't even think about drugs. I mean, it's just like you just like you said, having a positive attitude, having that. I woke up. I mean, I would think of things to wake up with to complain about in the morning. Oh, I ain't gonna do this because it's, you know, just thinking negative. You think negative and negative. Most of the time, negative things always. But every morning I would get up with something positive and do something. Oh, I get to see April today. She's gonna teach me this. Or oh, Miss Lou gonna teach me this today. And I didn't just get where I'm at, you know. I mean, I had found myself. She told me, you doing, you know, I would come here and work at 8 and sometimes I'll be up at 11 at night. Be doing 50 and 60 hours a week here. Didn't complain to him at one time. But I found myself doing it. It wasn't that I was trying.
Yeah.
It just things that I started getting interested. If they showed me something one day, I would find something else for them to show me the next day. Because I was interested. It was something positive, something that I wanted to do. And she tells me right now that I can go and put an application, and for the things that she has taught me how to do, there ain't no way in the world they.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't like to bother people with, you know, little minor stuff. If I feel like it's not a big issue, okay, I just let it go away by its own. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm not, you know, I really don't like to bother people, you know. If they don't come to me and say, well, Renee, we need to talk to you, or Renee, we need you, I'm not going to bother them.
We do have people like
I'm not going to bother them.
But that's where you need to realize part of it too is that it's not us. We're not the ones looking for a job. It's you. You're the one who's got to jumpstart it. You're the one who's got to go out and make the initiative. You're the one who's got to call us, contact us, ask us for information. We're not supposed to come hunt you down. If you want it, you're supposed to go hunt that down.
That's true. I mean, that's why I don't bother nobody, because that's my responsibility.
And you know what I have found out, like in some of the meetings I have where they sitting with them, they do have people that come in here and ask them, well, do you have people that have certain experience that you can recommend us to? You know, things like that. Because we had a lady about a week ago, right before, and she didn't call, but it still was, to me, was an opportunity. And she had told Mr. Lou that maybe she needed some extra housekeepers over there, and that she would call if she did. To me, that was an opportunity. Other hotels, knowing that he's got this program going, that he's training us, and she knew in her head, in her mind, to me, for her to say that, she knew in her mind that she could call over here if she needed any kind of extra help.
See, that would have been good for me, because I would have jumped on it.
I mean, those are opportunities. To me, those are opportunities.
Well, in wrapping up, do we have your permission to use this for TV or advertising?
Yes,
internet?
My name is Stephen Hughes, and I've been here at the program for 4 to 5 weeks now, and I've been looking for work and been slightly unsuccessful until I called an old contractor that I worked for in the past as a pipe fitter, and they got me scheduled tomorrow for a test at the shipyard. And I got the gear that I needed. I was short the gear that I needed to take the test, which is welding equipment and some tools. And Lou helped me out with those items that I needed, and I got them, and I'm scheduled to take the test tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And I should pass it, because I've passed it, taken it in the past and passed. And like today when I was working, and I was praying to my higher power, Jesus Christ, and it just gave me a real good feeling, and I started making phone calls, and things just started popping. It's, you know, it's prayer works, and I don't do enough, but apparently things are going my way so far, and it's real positive, and I'm real up about it. I feel good about it, because I think positive stuff's going to come out of this, and I'm just real grateful that all this is here, and you know, it's helping me, and then I know there's other folks here at this program that the same thing will benefit them. You just got to, get out there and do the footwork. lots of elbow grease, things can get done, that's for sure. And I'm still plugging away at it, so hopefully this will all work out for the best tomorrow, and I'll get started either the end of this week or beginning of next week. We'll be back in the job market.
And all you needed was about $30 worth of tools?
Yeah, that's all I needed, and just to get started. And I'll be collecting tools, buying, upgrading as I go along, and because there'll be a few more things that I need, but I don't need them right away, because the shipyards, they work with you like that, because you can check out of the tool rooms some things that you need, and but you got to get started with just basic hand tools.
And how much an hour are you starting with, Steve?
This will be 23 and change an hour.
That's great.
My name is Napoleon Bracey. I'm the president of the Frick City Council. We definitely think this is something that's going to be very beneficial to the surrounding neighborhoods and communities in our area. I'm going to introduce the young man to you. I met him about 8 months ago. His name is Professor Lou Principe. Professor Principe was an adjunct professor at a couple of universities in Florida. The thing that I was impressed with the most about Professor Principe was that he cared about the same people that I cared about. Those were people that were out there homeless, living on or below the poverty line. He cared about people that was not ordinarily given second chances, people that was maybe tied up in the prison system and couldn't find an opportunity to come out and get a better job. Instead of setting up a program for newly released prisoners, let's try to head off that problem and set up a program for people before they reach that point. Because a lot of times poverty and different things like that will come into place that force people into directions that they ordinarily, would not take. If you're not hungry, you're probably not going to be out here stealing, or if you don't have these different drug problems, you won't be out committing all of these crimes of robbery or burglary and different things like that. So open it as a second chance, second hope kind of situation also. But we wanted to definitely open it up and try to make it somewhat to a point where it would be affordable or free to anybody that wants to participate. Because most people that need these skills, they can't afford to get them, or if you have a felony, you can't get financial aid. It's always something in there that's a roadblock to step in the way from people that's trying to progress themselves. And most of those people look just like us. And that's one of the reasons why, I was speaking with him, and I wanted to see if we can do this program. And as I learned a little bit more about him, I learned that he put an option in on a hotel downtown Mobile, the Ramada Inn. And the hotel was kind of having its struggles, wasn't really doing real good business at the time, and he was looking at doing different programs. And before I knew it, he had turned the hotel into a homeless hotel. Homeless people from all over were having an opportunity to have somewhere to stay, somewhere to lay their head comfortable, safe at night, controlled environment. Drug dealers were not able to come in and prey on them, able to clean up, take their baths, and not only that, they was able to learn working skills like working in the front office, being a manager, keeping the pool clean, cleaning up around, doing the housekeeping. So they earned their keep, but it just was an opportunity that they ordinarily would not have had. And what made me fall in love with the program was it was a guy that helped me last year during my last campaign. His name is Mario. When I was speaking with Professor Principe, we went and we started walking and touring the facility, and we walked into the meeting room, and Mario was in there vacuuming. And it just really touched me because I knew the situation with Mario. I knew that his wife had just passed away. She had cancer. She just passed away, and I knew he had a drug problem, and I knew he was homeless. And this was an opportunity that gave Mario that second chance. Now, a lot of times when we get that second chance, we mess it up. But the opportunity was there, and it was real to me. I was able to see it with my eyes, and it was real to me because it was somebody that I knew. It wasn't somebody that just stood up and said, what, they gave me a chance, I saw what happened. No, this was somebody that I knew, and I knew they were down on their luck, and they had an opportunity to redeem themselves and become a successful young man, and he gave him that opportunity.
More than 120 companies are looking to hire tomorrow. One man in Mobile is trying to prepare the homeless for that job fair. Fox 10 News reporter Kerry Chow joins us live in the studio with his story. Kerry?
Bob, karate chopping wooden boards is not something normally associated with helping the homeless. But then again, Lou Principe is anything but normal. No matter how unorthodox his methods, Lou Principe is gonna do it. He's gonna help the homeless find jobs.
These are normal human beings. These aren't bums. These aren't people that don't want to work.
A former professor and police chaplain, Principe says he was recovering from a heart attack when he decided he wanted to give more of his heart.
Sat in bed for over a year waiting to die with an oxygen machine and a CPAP machine, and started volunteering my time.
Thus began a customer service program for the homeless. The week-long seminar in downtown Mobile helps prepare the homeless for employment.
But we started just a training program, and past week, 10 people have been hired that were homeless last week.
The Downtown Mobile Hotel has a pretty unique offer, rooms for the homeless.
Yeah, it's part of a 4-week program to help the homeless enter the workforce. Fox 10's Kerry Chow has details of the homeless hotel.
It's been challenging, I know that much.
For 5 months, former drug addict Wanda Horace had no home. When the call to change her life rang, she was happy to answer.
It's a chance to turn your life around. It's a big chance. It was the beginning. It was hard for me in the beginning, but it got easier as I devoted myself to the program.
Horace is devoted to a 4-week homeless transition program at this hotel in downtown Mobile, formerly the Ramada Inn. Here she's been trained to handle multiple jobs.
I had somebody to train me that worked with me like 2 days, or maybe every other day until I got the hang of it.
There are 131 rooms at this hotel in downtown Mobile. Now, 30 of these rooms are allocated for the employment program for the homeless.
We temporarily house them on a limited basis and show them how to work with actual people in an actual work setting.
April Williams is the general manager of the hotel, which currently staffs 13 homeless workers. In exchange for work, the homeless are given a room to stay and job training.
They learn hospitality, customer service. They learn the computers. They learn how to make the beds. I even have the women out here that thought I was crazy, getting them to do a little bit of sheetrock and pool maintenance. So everybody does everything. I cross-train all of them.
Despite not getting paid, Horace and Mark Cooper are grateful for the program.
It's been like heaven. They treat me like family, brought me off the streets, They're not judgmental, very nice people, I'm very appreciative for them.
Horace has already taken her training and applied it outside of the hotel walls.
I have my own cleaning service, you guys will say it, but I have my own cleaning service. It's great.
It's been a challenge, but now she's clean in more ways than one.
It works. The program works.
In Mobile, Kerry Chow, Fox 10 News.
I'm a single mom. I go to school full-time. I am a victim of domestic violence several times, not just once. I was at the hotel, and I helped Lou, and I managed the hotel and the organization, and helped to teach them computer skills. And I would tell them that if they wanted to come in, they had to work. You had to be willing to work. And the first question I'd always ask them in the interview is, if I have a job tonight at McDonald's for you, will you go to work? Because I worked 10 years supporting me and my 2 children. And I tell them there's absolutely no reason why, if you want to make it, you can't make it. This is your second chance, and this is the last chance. So take it. So we would get about probably 30% would walk out the door just like that. So, but then we would get them, and they would come in and they'd work, and we trained them on the computers and everything. I made everybody learn everything as much as possible, because I wanted them to be able to go out and know more than just one thing. Some of the time, you get this mainframe that, I'm a welder, and all I can ever do for the rest of my life is weld. And they don't understand. There's other opportunities, there's other things that you are capable of doing. But they've been set in their mind for 30 years, I'm a welder, and that's all I can ever do again. And you have to help them with their minds. So, and I would just like to introduce two of the people that have come into our program and have graduated and are now employed, have jobs, and have learned an awful lot of skills. And first, I'd like to introduce Arthur.
Good evening. How y'all doing? Thank you, Adrian. First to Professor Principe, I want to just thank him for doing a great job for us. And I thank April for letting me come into the program, because at one time there, I thought that it was the last straw for my life. But as I was working as a chef, I found myself getting laid off. Everywhere I turned, oh, we are not hiring. We are not hiring. We are not hiring. I lost my house. I lost my cars. I lost my family. But one thing I didn't lose hope. And there is a lot of people that's out there right today. As I deal with them, the homeless, I'm right there with them. And there are so many homeless people out there that is looking for places that will help them. And a lot of us is just sharing away from them because of that situation. A lot of them is not because of drugs. A lot of them is out there because they lost their jobs. A lot of them is out there because they really need a second chance. And Lou really did that. He did that for me. I want to thank you all for helping me. I'm back again. I'm now Chief Steward for MADCOM Dive Service. And I just got offered an opportunity to go to Kuwait, $700 a day. So, you know, God is good.
I would like to thank April and Mr. Lou. First of all, I would like to say that I'm clean 1 year today. Amen. I just came a long way. It's to me, I'm with Arthur on this here. We deal with people that's basically on the same level we are. And since the program have been closed, and because I'm still there at the Ramada because I work there, you'd be surprised with people that have came. Now that the program's not there no more, I have people. I had one, like last week, about 5 guys came in at one time. All of them have jobs. All they wanted was somewhere that they can afford to stay. That's all they wanted, you know. So it's basically on the level of just knowing how to help people, what people really need, you know, like you said, the prayer, the Bible study, knowing how to the skills, everything. That's all it takes. And knowing that, it's basically knowing that somebody cares. Because I didn't even know her. And every day she'd be knocking on my door, girl, come on here, we got to go here. I was like, what's this woman want? But it was something to motivate me, because it wasn't all about trying to get with your friends, standing on the corner, trying to find out who you're going to do this to, who you're going to rob, and all that. None of that. And I still, basically, I'm not doing the bad things, but I still deal with a lot of people. And my whole concern is now, with me working at the motel, making people comfortable when they come. I have actually even had a woman last week, she was, I had been taking care of business for her while she worked in the daytime. So when she got ready to leave, she called me. She was like, well, you know what? I would like to just give you $20 a couple of and help me pack. And I believe she just wanted some conversation. And I got up there with her, and we was talking, and she was like, I just really think you're a real nice, good manager, and I hope they keep you, because the program was closing at the time. And then she said, and you know what? I want to give you these $20 on the honor of knowing that you're a good person. She said, oh, what the heck? I'm going to give you 20 more just because you do. And I'm telling him, I said, well, here it is. I'm not jumping in and out of cars. I'm not scheming nobody. This is just a real, honestly, $40 earned. You know, and it's a good feeling. It's just something that a lot of people going through out in these streets. And I know, and I have a lot of friends that come in here and just ask me all the time, how did you do it? How did you do it? Tell me what it takes. I would like to do the same thing, too, because when this time last year, that was the first thing I did. I went to the women's shelter. And I sat in there, and there was a couple of women that had been clean a while, and I said the same thing. How did you do it? Well, I don't think I could do that, but it all, you know, you got to get people together. People got to get together, and everybody got to want the same thing, and everybody got to do it the right way or do it the same way, and it'll happen. It'll happen. But when you got all these people that's against you and trying to put you down and stuff. It's hard to do. But I had decided in my head that it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to get back with my family because I lost my family, contact with my kids, didn't want to be bothered. Grandmother got buried, my grandmother died, got buried, and I wanted to go and smoke some crack. So I didn't even stay there for a funeral. You know, things like that. All that leaves in the back of your mind. You might not want to hear it or believe in it. But when you have somebody to sit down like Mr. Principe and able to takes time out and just see what you really want, your personalities. We dealt with so many different personalities and people in and out that program. Some it worked for some of them, and some of them it didn't work for them. But I can honestly say it did work for me. It did. Thank you.
The average age of a homeless person in the United States is 8 years old and under. It's a mom with 2 single kids. I'd like you to go back to your churches. I'm going to go ahead, if the pastors get together and want to support it. It only took Arthur 4 days being out of homelessness to get cleaned up, had a stable phone number, had clean sheets and a bed to sleep in. 4 days he was given a job offer. And he made a commitment. He didn't know how he was going to get there, but he had to show up in Louisiana. And he got there. And he's been working since. He's a pastor from the Hebron Church, one of the largest churches in the Mobile area.
Thank you, Luke.
I'm not putting you on the spot, Pastor.
As a pastor and as a minister of God, I know that the church should be at the forefront of everything that goes on in the city. And we are really the hope of this city, the church. It's our responsibility. And so, because I know of his work, because I met him a few months ago when he got started downtown, our church has been involved in helping him in certain areas, has a vision. Every city needs a visionary. And the vision has to come from God. And if you can see the hand of God in the vision, then you should want to be a part of it.